All right, Knights of Apollo, what's up, guys? How's it going? And welcome back to Napoleonic Dota War 3. We got quite the matchup. This is a LORDZ Clan League battle, so we got some really skilled players, some clans going at it. And before we jump into this one, I just want to start off by saying Merry Christmas, or well, Merry Christmas Eve, as tomorrow is Christmas. But yeah, I got a little bit of a surprise for you guys on Christmas, special video, and I'll give you a little hint, especially if you like Bannerlord. So look out for tomorrow's video. But yeah, Merry Christmas Eve, guys. I hope you guys are having a great winter break. Hopefully you guys are being able to get away from school or work and spend some quality time with family, which is awesome. So I appreciate your support, guys. And whether you're watching this right when it releases, or maybe you happen to be watching this video on Christmas Eve in the future, Merry Christmas Eve. And guys, let's jump into this one because we got a doozy. This is going to be, if you're not in the holiday spirit, let me tell you, this video will put you in the holiday spirit. All right, so we got a good matchup. I believe this matchup is just a fight to the death. There is no LOC. I could be mistaken, but I didn't see any. This was submitted to me. I didn't see anything about LOC, so they might just be fighting to, the last team standing. So on one side, let's look at the clans here. On the coalition side, you can see it on the screen right here. We have Lethuchiy Korpus. So they're playing as, they're actually playing the Army Corps of 1814. So this is the end of the Napoleonic era. This is when Napoleon has been defeated, and his army is mostly full of young recruits, inexperienced men, and they're not quite as strong as they used to be. So yeah, pretty cool. I love the Army Corps thing because you have to pick like time era accurate units, and it makes it that much more immersive. So yeah, Lethuchiy Korpus, they have to build an army worth 35 points. They're playing on Lutzen is the map. And who are they taking on? Well, I'm probably going to butcher the name, but it's actually a Russian regiment, is the name of the clan. But it's the Izmailovsky. Izmailovsky. I think that's the best you're going to get at it. I'm not Russian. I don't speak Russian. That's the best I'm going to do. But they're playing as the French. And a little fun fact about the Izmailovsky regiment. It's I think it's the first Imperial regiment. And their garrison, their headquarters is St. Petersburg. So pretty cool stuff. But anyways, they're playing as the Imperial French today, which is, well, ironic because they are taking on a coalition of forces, including a Prussian/Russian, force. We also have the based Bavarians here. Cool to see them. They're the famous ones of Germany. They're pretty much where all the culture comes from in Germany, right? And then we have the Prussians. Very cool Prussians. And then finally, I believe we have the Austrians. So that's the coalition. And again, the French have, well, the French. They're all French. And it looks like they're about to clash here right in the middle of the map. And, yeah, as I mentioned, it is not LOC. We got some artillery doing some early bombardment here. It's not LOC. I do not believe so. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it's not. So what that means is that these buildings are not worth anything other than strategic positions. That's about it. Like, you can destroy them, you can capture them, it doesn't matter. It's about who can kill the other side, who's gonna bring down the other side. So usually these battles, when it's about destroying the other side, they're either very quick or very long, because these fights can go on for quite some time. But if you pull off a really impressive maneuver and break an entire army or entire corps, well, it could go actually pretty quick. So now we've got the Russian, I'll just call them the Russians, but it is the Russian-Prussian. I like the way that sounds, Russian-Prussian. It's the Russian-Prussian force moving out. But yeah, they're in column formation, getting ready to embrace the warm embrace of Frenchmen. But this time, they're not handing out baguettes. They're handing out bullets. Oh my gosh, a death of a general already. What? How did that happen? Okay, guys, I'm over here making stupid baguette jokes. Wow, what a sneaky Blücher or whatever, the drunken general, Blücher. I'm butchering his name. I'm just, you know, it's Christmas Eve. I'm tired. All right, I'm doing the best. No, they did a little bit of a charge there. I think the general was kind of leading this force. This cav came out of nowhere, caught me by surprise, and killed the general, one of the French generals. Which one? Oh, we don't know. I can't see which general they have. But yeah, French general already down. That's a rough start for the French. Hopefully the news does not spread too quickly to the other ranks and other corps, because that is going to be quite the morale buster. But the shots have opened fire, and we've got some really beautiful uniforms here from the French. I love these coats. I love the green shoulder pads. The hats look great as well. The great detail. Really good job by the modders to make these units. I love the flag as well, this Imperial flag. So yeah, they're going to fall back a little bit. The Russians are full steam ahead, pushing forward. And oh yeah, they're hitting them with multiple regiments. A couple of people asked me, especially if you're new, oh wait, hold that thought, here comes a cav charge. Look at that. That's just so beautiful, that cav just coming out of nowhere. They're going for the artillery, but the French are ready for it. They have some lancers protecting the artillery crew. Their artillery crew is just kind of like, hey, they're just staying cool and collective. They're just walking away. They're like, okay, take care of that cav. So a nice defense there by the French to keep their artillery alive, but also great job by the coalition forces to take a risky move and try to take out that artillery. But the French are going to turn that and try to go against them with a massive cav force. Look at that. They're going to try to cause a mass rout potentially, or even just one rout. Ooh, looks like Old Guard on horseback. But yeah, that was good. That was good right there. Nice move by the Russians to form square formation. And the French cav need to get out of there. I love the Old Guard. The Old Guard will be present here. They are still active here with the French. And the French are going back for it. They're like, you think you stopped us once? Think again. Oh, how did that happen? That is tragic. We've got Russian hussars, I believe. Yeah, that looks Russian. Russian hussars coming out of the gap of infantry. And did they not kill? No way did they not finish off that artillery. Now, they severely weakened them. There's way less crewmen, right, or artillerymen that are there to... oh, actually, they're just fine. Look, they still have a lot. That was a good play by Russia. I was surprised how... Are they going to do it again? I think they're going to do it again. Oh, man, look at this battlefield. How cinematic is this? And they're doing it again! They're doing it again, but this time, can they finish the job? It looks like yes. How does this happen 3 times in a row? How does that happen 3 times in a row? France, what are you doing? That's just the element of surely he wouldn't try that again. Surely you wouldn't try that again. He's gonna try it again! No, he's gonna, this is actually the Austrians. They're gonna charge up some cav. I don't, what are they? This is kind of crazy. Man, this is a beautiful battlefield right here. But yeah, he's gonna charge up some cav, and the Russians, they're going column formation, bayonet charge. They're gonna swim through the horses that are in their way, which is kind of disrupting their charge potential. But oh, they stopped some of them to fire. Let's see if they fire and charge. They might just stand their ground. They just want to get into insult distance, as I like to call it, where you can insult the enemy and they can hear you. But yeah, they're getting hyper aggressive. Russia is getting crazy aggressive. France is charging in cav. I'm trying to keep up with this battle. This one is moving quickly. What a fight. What a Merry Christmas Eve fight. You know what I mean? Anyways, the cav's gonna fall back. Wait, Austria's gonna send up some cav as well. It's becoming a massive mess. If I'm France, just organize your lines, form square which they're doing, forming square formation, and just try to you know, kite the Russians. Try not to let them get so close to you. They lost the artillery. And notice the pattern here, the tactics used by the Russian force. This was really genius of them. They took out the artillery, then they charged forward with their infantry. That's really key right there, guys. I mean, taking out that artillery allowed them to not suffer many casualties from canister shot. And very, very strategical, very surgical there by the Russians and the coalition forces to take out that artillery, then move forward. And they're continuously sending more and more troops. Now, I have to interrupt this battle real quick for a quick promotion. No, I'm just kidding. I just got to fix the sound here because I always forget to do this. I'm so sorry. I'm a YouTuber hack. I'm a hack. Anyways, yeah, good push here by the Russian bayonets. And guys, it's getting wild. We got a French cav unit charging into some Prussian lines, which just turns them into pancakes and forces them to crumble. But the Prussians will get the last laugh as they feint to charge. They don't fully commit. They were gonna try to, I guess they were just there to slow down that French assault. And yeah, that was good. That was a good move by France. And what in the motion is this? Like, this is crazy. There's so much going on here. So much going on. Cav, infantry, it's a mess. It's a cinematic mess. You got the French forming square formation. You've got Austrian cav charging in, just being reckless as ever. Oh, the squares are holding. Hold back this invasion. Defend France. There we go. All right, can this slow down a little bit so I can kind of get a bird's eye view of this fight? We got Russia still kind of advancing forward. I like how organized he has his troops in. He's got multiple columns. He's sending up a Landwehr, which is kind of a lower end unit up to the front, and I guess just resting his other units. I don't know, but yeah, look at, he's got 3 fresh units moving up. It might be because of the artillery. He's afraid of the artillery. He'd rather let the poor common folk take the artillery rounds. You know how it is. You know how it is. But oh, here comes a charge. And we got a counter charge by the Prussians. Oh! And the cannon fires as well. And that completely shatters the French cav charge. But there's another cav charge from the French. A good charge. And getting these Russians in the rear, which I bet you guys would like. There we go. So nice little charge there. They form square. They got to get that cav out of there. I like it, though. They're kind of pushing back the Russians, kind of slowing them down. They're simmering down. We got a fight in this little town. There is Bavarians charging. And the French are like, you traitors. How dare you, you Bavarian dogs. You traitors. Yeah, anyways. It's my horrible French accent. But yeah, Bavaria is kind of closing in. You can see he's kind of folding his army this way a little bit, kind of focusing in. It seems like the French are all focused in here. Here comes another. This is so cool because the entire battle is being fought in one small area. Look at this double cav charge. Is it enough to break the Prussian? Yes. That's not really a surprise, though, because this is Landwehr. They're not very good. But they only break one there, and the French cav breaks completely. I don't know if it was worth it there, but that was fun to watch nonetheless. Now we got, oh my gosh, Austria focusing this village side of the fight. Now sending in cav and hacking at the French light infantry. Whoa! What was that? That must have been from the gunfire. I just saw a bunch of cav go down. It must have been this infantry getting a great volley on that cav charge. So let's zoom out here. Let's see what's going on with this front line. Yeah, so like I said, Austria is kind of using the town. He's got some cav way on the flank. France is watching that cav, but they're using it. I can imagine France is being defensive because I don't think they're as strong as this cav, so they kind of have to stay close to their infantry. In the center, this is where the intense fighting is. France and the Russian faction is just trading blows left and right. You know, uppercuts, you know, just big old punches at each other. Kind of same thing over here. Some good hits going on over here. But I'm just kind of zooming out, making sure we're not missing anything. Bavaria is still closing in on this far flank. We do have some movement of cav through the streets of the village. What are they going to go? It looks like they were going to charge, but they decide not to. I think they're kind of following the Bavarian cav as they maneuver around the battlefield. Let's go back over to this front where we've got just guys. I mean, this is turning into a medieval battlefield. It feels like thousands of troops right now in close combat, getting their bayonets bloodied. We got a square formation. Look at this banner carrier. Oh wait, no, don't die. There he is. Look how epic he looks. Look at him. He's like, you Russian dog. Oh no, 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 he's dying. He's right there. Oh, I will think of home in beaucoup le fromage. Beaucoup fromage. Whatever the French think about cheese and bread and being smug. No, I'm just kidding. I love you, French. I love the French. No, seriously, I went to Paris and everybody was super, super kind. I'm being 100% sincere. It was like one of the greatest experiences. I'm just doing stereotypical jokes here, okay? Because I'm a shallow hack of a YouTuber. All right, here comes another cav charge going in, and they are going for artillery, I believe. Yes, and the artillery is trying to abandon the guns, the cannons. French infantry need to get over there and protect it. This is, wow, I did not expect this. This is kind of crazy. And guys, the Imperial Army, the French army is being pushed back, and they are gaining a lot of ground. The coalition is gaining a lot of ground, and it's probably for the best that France falls back here a little bit, because they need to, if you don't reorganize your lines, if you don't set up a proper defensive line here, and they're constantly, like, you know, scrambled and running around everywhere, they're going to slowly just die. And here comes the Austrians, trying to prevent them from doing that, right? From setting up and getting a nice, solid defensive line position. They're going to form square. Austria don't care. Austria's like, cool square, I'm going to charge it. I'm going to charge it. Look at all this cav coming in. They really don't want the French to reset up here, but they've got to try. And now the French are going to countercharge with some hussars, I believe. Maybe. Whatever. With some cav, and they're going to try to stop the bleeding. Break some of these Russians. You know, try to make them try to punish them for being so aggressive. And Austria is still pushing down the street here with this beautiful tree line. Beautiful. That's the other thing about Paris. They have beautiful parks there with beautiful trees and whatnot. Anyways, the French were going for a charge. This Austrian cav they want nothing to do with it. They were about to break from just the mere sight of those angry Frenchmen charging and going ho 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 ho. And yeah, they didn't want to. They were like, Scheiße, we out.
Our men are running.
Okay, let's go back over this way and see what's going on. So we still have a lot of French troops over here. This is a pretty healthy French army that has not seen a lot of action. And this is going to be important. If France wants to win this battle, they've got to really perform a little bit better on this side compared to this side. They're struggling on this front. Here comes a French cav charge. They're going to definitely break these guys. Boom. Oh, man. But a cannonball came in. I don't know if that was a friendly cannonball. It definitely breaks the cav, but it also breaks the Prussian the reserve infantry. It's reserve infantry, so they're not even that great. They're okay, you know. They're trained. They're probably better than the Landwehr. And here comes some cav charging in with sabers out front. And again, trying to slow down this aggressive assault by the coalition. And they're gonna try to retreat out of there. And oh my gosh, here comes a countercharge by Austria. I don't think this is enough, though. I think France is gonna win this engagement. This is a massive cav unit. But they're gonna fall back anyways because I think they've got some infantry set up here. We got troops running. Oh yeah, Prussian units running. Constant French. Oh yeah, France is doing. France is. This is they're going crazy. They're getting aggressive. This is what I call cooking with propane right here. They are they're setting up some units and they're getting super aggressive. They got cav charging in. They've got columns of infantry quickly maneuvering, and they're probably going to really lay down the law. Hit them hard with a French hammer right in this section because Prussia is really starting to crumble. They're looking like France over on this side. But I think what France is going to do here is kite the enemy. They're going to constantly kite the enemy. Here comes Russia. They're sending up some cav. Let's see if the French... oh, wait. No, they called it off. That's probably for the best there. That's probably for the best. Don't want to get caught up in gunfire when they're ready for you. You know, when they're waiting, ready for you to charge. Austria is going to really hit these guys hard. They've got some fresh regiments moving in on the flank. France is getting their bayonets bloodied. They're thinking about the cheese that they're going to be eating after this fight. They're real excited about it. The cheese and the baguettes and those ham sandwiches, the ham butter sandwiches that they eat by the side of the river's Seine, or the Seine or the Seine, whatever. You know, the river in Paris, whatever. And I'm an idiot. Okay, here comes the charge. Oh, Lancers going in! They're going to try to slow down the French assault over on this side. This is just nuts. This is nuts. The Bavarians have not made a major... Well, actually, hold on. The Bavarians might be going in with some cav play here. They've got 3 units of cav on the far flank. We've got a random French regiment. They look confused. They're not even looking the right way, so I don't know what's going on over there. Most likely because the French are focusing microing over on this side because they are putting a dent in... Oh, my gosh!
Our men are running, sir.
Look at the madness in the center. I don't even know what's going on. I really don't. A bunch of Prussians are breaking from the fight. Russians are probably confused right now. They're like, what in the world is happening? Prussians are breaking behind me as we push forward. What is happening? The center has broken for the coalition. So all the success has been stunted here for the coalition because the center is collapsing. I absolutely love that the French, they layered up their forces and did a brute spearhead attack and have ripped through the coalition lines. And now there's definitely an issue in the center, guys. There's a problem in the center. And let's see how France capitalizes on this. Let's see what they do here. I think what they're going to do here is just keep the Bavarians busy with a strong but small force. You know, they're just going to keep them stuck in this village while the rest of the French forces are going to close in. And I assume they're going to try to get... If I'm France, I would go for this city. I would try to take the city and hold it against them. I know they're in a rush to try to get behind them. That way they can get behind the Austrians who are pushing way too aggressively to try to push down on this French force. Which, by the way, this French army here doing an excellent job. They're tired. They're depleted. They've been losing. They're getting their butts kicked from the start. But they're kiting the enemy. They're buying time. And that's why, guys, sometimes it's not always the best to just, you know, hold your ground and fight to the death. Fall back. Buy time so your allies can close in. And that's exactly what's happening. France is moving in. What a twist. What a twist. And just look at the scenery. Look at this game, guys. I mean, nothing beats this. In terms of battlefield, like, epicness and beauty and scale and just immersiveness, this mod is the best. It is the best, 100%. It pulls you right into these battles. It's like we had a drone back then. You know, like a drone that people fly around now. But we're using it to film. We've traveled back in time, and we're droning. Not like bombing, but like we're filming the battlefield. That's what it feels like. Here comes Cav. Let's see, what are they doing? They're just reforming. But France is not letting up. Holy smokes. They are just raining down troops over to this village. Russia has set up their defense. They're holding their ground. They've got to get these cannons in position. There they go. The cannons are firing, but be careful. They're very dangerously firing almost at themselves. Boom. Oh, they fired at the Cav. They hit one of them. But they're like, let's wait. Just kidding. Let's go. Tricked ya. Oh. Wait. Don't tell me that was the general. Okay, whoa, what's going on here? What? Bavarian Cav? Wait, who's general? Enemy's general. So that would be the French general. Another French general gone. What happened? Oh my gosh, the Bavarians are knocking with cheese and pretzels. You know, beer, cheese, and pretzels. They're coming. They're coming, and France has no option but to fall back. So that whole, this is huge. This is crazy, guys. This battle is a mess. Just a mess. Here comes some French. They're charging in to the backs of the Russians. They're really oh, they're getting the artillery. That's why. Bayonet charge the artillery. And the Russian infantry is going to have to fight these old guard off. What a crazy fight. So, Bavaria is going to be huge here. Absolutely huge. I think Austria, they're just going to focus on defeating this French force. Yeah. I think they're going to try to defeat the French force here. Because there's really not that much left. They got a decent amount, okay? But it's not that much. But France is closing in. And, wow, this has been a bloody mess. We're about halfway through this fight, I believe. Roughly. I don't know for sure. That's the battle timer, at least.
Our men are running, sir.
And, wow, they've swooped in. And now Austria is about to get surrounded. And, guys, it's going to come down to Bavaria. Bavaria. Any Bavarians watching right now? Huh? Shout out to the Bavarians. It's up for your people, all right, to win this battle for the coalition, or lay down your arms and join the French again. You turncoats. But yeah, they're gonna close in and try to put some pressure on the retreating French. Oh, we got some Prussian cav. Oh, we got some Prussian cav. So remember, the Prussians broke pretty early on, but they still have their cav. They can still strike fear in the hearts of the Frenchmen, who are just daydreaming about cheese and bread and croissants and whatever else French people do, drinking wine and smoking cigarettes and fashion. We got a cav charge into French infantry caught out of position. We also have some Russian infantry to follow up. Is this artillery over here? No, that guy's, I don't think so. We got Barclay over here, the general. All right. So, we got to use the mini-map here. Let's make this bigger so okay, so red is France, blue is coalition. You can see that France is together. At least they're together. They're marching together. It's just Austrians forming square. This is just a mess. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at these lads opening fire on these guys. So they got the Austrians right where they wanted them. It's almost like the Austrians got tunnel vision and they just pushed way too far up. I think they should have, you got to take it slow sometimes in this game. I think it's tough. This is the kind of game where it's like you got to take it slow, but at the same time, if you don't take advantage of a breaking, stumbling enemy by chasing them down, it could bite you in the butt too. So you got to really kind of feel it out and just kind of see what you need to do. And I think Austria just went a little too far there, and they caught themselves getting surrounded. So now this is it. This is what's left of France. And really, is it just Bavaria? It's got to be just Bavaria. I mean, we do have some Prussian cav. I'm just looking around, right? Let's see. We've got some. Okay, well, it looks like maybe this is LOC because they are kind of holding different buildings here, but I don't know. The way that this battle has been going, I think this is not going to be won by LOC. I think it's going to come down to utter annihilation of defeating the other force, and it's either going to be obviously France or Bavaria. And let's look at the advantages here. So while the battle is kind of slowed down a little bit, both sides are kind of reorganizing their lines. I think what the coalition has over the French is more variety in unit types. So they've got more lights, they've got infantry, cav, and artillery, where the French, they mostly have just infantry. I don't really see any artillery in their ranks. Maybe they do have one or two. I don't really see it though. They've got some cav units, but they're pretty small. They're tired. I don't really see them being a huge threat. So I think France has numbers. France has numbers, but I'll tell you what, guys. These battles are really a battle of combined arms. You need combined arms to do well in this fight. You cannot win just purely with infantry. And if France is not careful here, if they get one good cav charge, or if they get charged by a good cav charge, it could be a disaster because they don't have the correct units to overcome, you know, any situation. It's the Swiss Army knife, right? It's like you have all these different tools to overcome any kind of tactic that the enemy throws at you. But if you're limited to just one unit type, you're only strong against a few tactics. You're weak against many if the opponent is wise with their units. So this is exciting stuff, guys. And I think France knows that. Look how aggressive he's being. I think he wants to get his numbers. I think, again, France has numbers. I think he wants to get his numbers in the fight. We do have other corps that are still with us, like the Bavarians. There's some Russians. They've got a unit over here. So they still got a couple other, let's see, Austrians over here. They're just like having fun killing, breaking French, like total sick psychopaths, sociopaths or whatever. But yeah, they're psychos. They're just psychos. Instead of helping out with this mob of French that is closing in. Now, this is going to be key right here. The artillery is going to be key. This will be vital. Can the Bavarian artillery stand their ground against the French onslaught? The Russians are holding their ground. Single unit. A fairly tight, oh, they're going to charge in cav? Nope, but he's going to force them to form square, which causes them to break. Good move right there with the cav. I like how he's being very conservative with the cav. He's not mindlessly charging them in. But yeah, keeping the lines thick here because that improves the morale of the units. Some of you guys, some of the newer players, oh, there we go. There's the cannon. Oh, and he's landing good hits. He's landing good hits, but there's nothing France can do about it because they don't really have the cav presence. But yeah, the reason, I get that a lot, the question a lot from newer players, why do people make their units so thick? And it's because the morale. Unlike vanilla, where vanilla, the morale is not affected by the depth of the regiment, right? Like, you could stretch them out like pencil mustaches. Again, another joke about the French. You could do the pencil-thin regiment lines, and it's totally fine, and it's effective because you have multiple guns firing in one area. But here, you want to keep your lines somewhat thick because it does help with the morale. And, oh, there we go. The cannons, they're going to fire. Let's see what they can do here. The French are backing away, though. They are backing away. Smart from the French. Very smart. Very, very smart. Now the French are trailing these guys over here. They're going to push in. This is a safer area for the French to push because there's no artillery waiting to chew them up. Oh, we got multiple units breaking here. Is that from the artillery? I wonder if that artillery caused a chain rout right there. And there we go. Oh, yeah. Lots of units opening fire. This is juicy. This is fun. We're having a blast here. Literally having a blast. And now some Russians are turning a little bit and firing at the advancing French on this flank. This is a good move because you're putting pressure on their flank because you don't have artillery. You don't have an artillery presence. I'm loving the fight in the coalition right now. They are not giving up, even though... Let me make this smaller. Sorry, the mini-map was too big for too long. Yeah, even though the coalition's outnumbered... See, it's like they're outnumbered, but they're not outgunned, right? Because they have the artillery. Are they setting up more? Oh, no, this is broken artillery. See, notice what the French are doing. They're splitting like the Red Sea. They are going left and right, guys, to try to escape the hatred and the blood slaughter of the artillery in the center. But Bavaria is going to close in with cav and try to punish them for it. Nice. Very nice. And that's what I'm talking about, guys. That's the kind of tactical awareness you need when you have an artillery position in the center. 100% expect your opponent to flank you. and have something ready to counterflank, just like that little cav charge they did. When you have a very stationary yet powerful weapon in the center, expect... Oh, they just slaughtered that horse. That's kind of messed up. Expect the enemy to not head-on charge you. If they do, I mean, that's great. You know, it's probably a newer player. But if they don't, that's to be expected, and have something ready to counter their flank. Here comes another cav charge. They're going straight into gunfire. Epic style. Very epic. Nice. Good break right there. Hit and run. Hit and run. Get that cav out of there. You don't want to waste any units. A good hit and run tactic there. And now the French are going to give them a taste of their own medicine. Let's see. Is he going to go for the lights, or is he going for the... He's going for the lights. He should run through these guys and then make a move for the either the general or the artillery. But I don't think he's going to have enough because the Austrian cav's coming back. See, aren't you glad that the Austrians kept this cav alive? Man, the coalition's getting very creative here. Getting very creative, fighting a great defensive fight. And the French, I love the uniforms they got here. They're doing their best. They're doing their best. Look at the French. Look at them completely push over on this side. Completely pushing over. Now nothing is defending this artillery. I think this artillery... What are they doing? What are you doing? Oh, they're going to try to move them, but I don't think they're going to get there in time. There's cav closing in. Now, this is also kind of silly. Okay. There's Prussian cav there to defend. Okay, I was going to say, they better be defending this artillery because... If they lose the artillery, it might be over, and this French infantry will overwhelm them. This is crazy. Here we go. They're going for it. Oh, they're going to get it. They're going to get it. 100% they're going to get it. You got to keep that cav closer. And there it is. That just increases the French percentage of them winning this battle by taking out that artillery piece. But Bavaria still has one more. And they're getting dangerously close. Turn these guns. Turn the guns. Turn the guns towards the enemies. Oh, man. I hope this horse makes it out of the firing line. Come on. No, don't fire. Don't fire. Let the horse... It's a French horse. Get out of there, horsey. Okay, I think he's going to make it. Thank goodness. What is going on? What is France doing? What are you doing? Oh, they're trying to get out of the way of the cannons. But too late! They're gonna get fired upon. Come on. Yes! Here comes another one. Come on, fire, dang it. Yes! Oh! That was huge. He didn't break anybody there, but definitely inflicted some fear and casualties on them. Over on this side, the French are closing in. We've got a thin line of Prussians trying to protect this flank, along with the Prussian cav who's doing cycle charges with their cav, trying to get the French to break, to disrupt their flank. Can they do it? Yes, they break this unit. The coalition's hanging on for dear life. Here comes a French charge into the cannons. Oh, the cannons get off of fire, and it saves. I don't think it really killed anybody, but it caused fear. It struck hard. I mean... Have you been around a cannon? It is loud as hell. I mean, seriously, have you been to like a reenactment or something? I went to a Civil War reenactment, and I was right next to a cannon. They fired it without warning, and my soul left my body for a good couple seconds. So it was like, oh, it's like, you gotta warn me, dang it. But yeah, it was loud, and you gotta keep your mouth open too. Make sure that vibration leaves your body. There we go. So they have shattered the French flank. They've got 2 units over here, but it's mostly been shattered. Now the Bavarians are concentrating all of their lines. It's coming down to this. It's coming down to a last little line battle between the French and the Bavarians. The Bavarians pulling back a unit. I don't know why. We'll see what they're going to do with that. Maybe they need extra men over on the other side. That might be it. The Bavarians are opening fire. Guys, this is crazy. Here comes a cav charge, a weak little cav charge. They broke, but it might have been enough to give them the edge here. The Bavarians going in. What are they facing? They're facing some ragtag French force. The old guard potentially. I don't know. Like, or It could be like just a grenadier unit. I don't want to call everyone an old guard, but you get what I'm saying. Here comes the charge. Look at this. They want some, and they're going to get some. They break them. They've got the French on the run. The coalition is standing their ground. We've got a general desperately. There he is in his beautiful coat. Look at him. He's like, sacre bleu. Baguettes. Cheese. Look at him. Look at him. I want some cheese. I just want some fromage. There you have it, guys. Wow. What a fight that was. So, a coalition victory. So that's the Lethuchiy Korpus taking the win there, which honestly, it's still kind of going on here, but I don't see the French. I mean, it's close enough battle that maybe these French could win. I doubt it though, because there's just so many units left for the coalition. But that, I mean, look at the bodies here. I mean, just look at the carnage of this fight. This 90% of the battle was right here. You know, pretty much 100%. And I really thought it was over for the coalition. I thought when Austria got really tunnel vision-y, they pushed forward, they got surrounded by the French. I thought there was no way that the Bavarians could win, but they had the artillery. And even though we didn't see the artillery exactly crush units, because the French were smart about it, but it forced the French to be uncomfortable. It forced them to split their army. And splitting their army, you have an opportunity to defeat in detail, which is exactly what happened. The Prussians with their cav and some Russian units as well, they kind of charged in, and you know, they got some good kills. And just chain route this French side, and after that, this other side just couldn't stand against all the Bavarian infantry that could now concentrate on defending on this front. So, guys, great fight, back and forth. I love to see that. Love to see that. It was chaotic. It was bloody. Lots of bayonet charges. This is why clan battles are so fun to watch. If you don't know where these clan battles are hosted, it's on the LORDZ Discord. I have it linked in the video description. Check it out. Join the community. Maybe you're new to the game. Maybe you're not quite ready for a clan battle, but, you know, play with them, learn the game, maybe form your own team, and join the fun, because this is a great mod, and I just love how it's all set. It's perfect for these like competitive matches because of the point system they have on these factions. So it's all very cool, but let's go ahead and just fast forward, guys, to the end results. All right, there you have it, guys. So it definitely was an LOC battle. Doesn't matter, because the coalition won by elimination, right? Just domination. So I'm going to assume that every battle is always LOC. But again, regardless, it doesn't matter. They just fought it out, and the coalition won. So again, the Lethuchiy Korpus defeats Izmailovsky. So there you have it, guys. This was a lot of fun. Once again, guys, here's the stats. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas Eve and a very happy Christmas. I will have a special video for Christmas. I hope you guys will enjoy. But after today, I'm probably going to take a break, take a couple days off, celebrate the holidays, and I'll see you, you know, a few days later. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.